Cloud gaming. What is it and can we do it? Hello, welcome to Game Rating Review. My name is Jean Mark, and today I was looking for a topic to talk about, and I was scrolling through Games Radar, and I came upon this video where they were interviewing the CEO of the tech company Shadow. His name is Emmanuel Friend, talking about cloud gaming and how it's going to change gaming and how the future consoles that are coming out, the new Xbox and PlayStation consoles, will have cloud gaming, and how cloud gaming is the future of video games and how we're going to use this. Whenever I first heard about cloud gaming, I thought that it was just like playing online and using the cloud to attach to games that you're playing online, but apparently there's other things for the cloud, and I have seen it, like for Just Cause 3 and Just Cause 4 that's actually coming out this week, have this destruction mechanic, and if you use the cloud you're able to destroy more things. And so the cloud just isn't this online only thing. It is something that when you have a game, it's able to support that game and help it be a better game, like having more players in Fortnite or Call of Duty, just making the game a more rich experience. So Shadow is launching Hive. It's supposed to be this shared experience. It's basically trying to be another Steam, but its the main focus is on cloud gaming and how cloud gaming can help their games up and help games be better. And that's cool. You need a lot of internet processing power in order to do this. Other consoles have tried to be internet only. Ouya, for instance, failed completely, mainly because all of the games on it were Android games, most of them, and it just wasn't a very powerful machine. It was a very small machine. It wasn't very powerful. There's a lot of problems with the Ouya. But also, whenever the Xbox One released, it was going to be online all the time, and then you only had to download games, right? And they changed that very quickly because no one was a fan of that. Mainly people that didn't have fast internet or didn't have internet at all and couldn't afford it. Mainly people who lived out in the country. Whenever it was coming out, I was delivering a lot and delivering out to these more country places and speaking to people who were like, I gotta go to PlayStation at the time. So cloud gaming is interesting and online gaming is interesting. I do believe that the future of gaming is going to be online because a lot of people use it for their phones specifically. It's very simple and fast, and they're able, to just play a game quickly. I do believe that future is possible. It's just that there's a lot of things holding us back from that, and that is mainly the internet. The internet in America sucks, and I think it's a twofold problem. Number one, it's infrastructure. It would cost a lot of money in order to put fiber down and replace it with what is already there. It would just cost a lot of money from these companies that are making it. I understand that. I understand it's a lot of money, but you would get a lot in return. I don't think these internet service companies are understanding what we need when it comes to internet now. That the more data that is out there, the more internet we're going to need in order to share that data and in order to live like a normal life with the internet. Second problem is that these corporate overlords, they just want money for slower internet, right? And what I don't like is two dinosaurs are ruling the internet right now. We have Time Warner and AT&T ruling us over the internet. Old television, old phones, telling us how fast we can be, forcing us to get phones, forcing us to get satellites with our internet plans. That's not okay. And I know it would take trillions, if not billions or trillions of dollars to start a new internet company and show up these old dinosaurs that are trying to hold on to old business practices. Whoever's running these places, the old men need to go, and the new CEO needs to come up and get us faster internet. For instance, I worked in Austin, Texas at this company, and I had a boss who needed faster internet. And there was this box right in front of the building, and it was faster internet. Right there was fiber internet from AT&T. And they called AT&T, and they're like, what's up? I need faster internet. There's a box right here. Why don't we use it? They said, we're sorry. The infrastructure isn't there. And they said, what do you mean? And they said, well, we're waiting until the area you're in fills out with more businesses and apartments and houses, and then we'll be able to use it, right? That's just one example. I also have AT&T where I live. I had it, and I was like, I need faster internet. I will pay more for faster internet. Can you please hook me up? They said, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have fiber there, which kind of blew my mind because There's a bunch of people around where I live. There's a lot of businesses here. You know, AT&T just doesn't want to spend the money to get rid of the phone connections and replace them with fiber, which would help a lot. But they're run by dinosaurs who are holding on to phones. Who are holding on and being like, please don't take away our old dial-up phones. I don't know why. No one uses it. Most big tech companies aren't using landline phones either. They're using online companies to get the messages from their phones and back using the traditional phones. It's upsetting to me that such backwards thinking companies are there in control of our internet in America, where in other countries their internet is like 10 times as fast as ours. And sure, I understand progress, but if America's supposed to be this like shining example of innovation, why are we being ruled by dinosaurs, and why are we so slow to adapt to the internet? It's just like, also the television companies are afraid of the internet as well. Everyone's afraid of the internet that are in these big corporations. A lot of them were slow to adapt. And now the world is changing. The world is more social media influenced. The world is more about streaming. More people watch Netflix than anything else. More people watch YouTube than anything else. And these bigger companies are just trying to wrap their brains around it and trying to be innovative, but as slowly as possible. And in 10 years, the landscape of what television and what internet looks like is going to be completely different. Also in gaming, mainly for the people who live out in the country, they don't have that many choices when it comes to internet. They're stuck with whatever they got. Most people are like, you just get satellite. That's a lot of money to get your own satellite, ping it in that direction. Satellite internet is still very, very expensive. I didn't know I would go on a tirade about the internet in America and how much I hate it and how much they are just screwing people over. But that is a hindrance when it comes to online gaming and cloud gaming, which I think is a cool innovation, which I want to see happen. Not gonna happen very soon, and I know that Hive and Shadow and they're very optimistic about this. And sure, in big cities where there is a lot of internet, where there is faster internet, they will be able to thrive. But in smaller areas and even worse off countries, I mean, what are you gonna do? So maybe it'll do good overseas. But these old internet companies are just driving me crazy, and I hope that something happens, or I don't know what needs to happen. I think that these internet companies are going to throw more money at Congress and politicians to make sure that they can stay on top than them just like doing what needs to get done with the internet. And instead of paying us all this money for faster internet, when it's like, no, this should be the norm. This fast internet should be the norm of the internet, and not that something you think is a privilege. Oh, well, that's too fancy for you, so you have to pay like 40, 50, 100 more dollars for that. Oh, those are only for big companies. No, like even at big companies that I've worked at, and it's like I have this internet, it's still slow. Doesn't make any sense. But yes, tell me what you think about the internet, about cloud gaming, about online gaming. And if you do think it is the future, because I do, I mean, it's inevitable, but will we have the infrastructure there? Will we have the fast enough internet there? Because, man, it just takes a long time for people out in the country, 12 to 24 hours to download one game, depending on its size. It's crazy. Thank you for watching Game Rating Review. My name is Sean Mark. Please hit the like, subscribe button, like what you see, and tell me what you think about this internet craziness.